Hi, I'm Jason Hawes.
And I'm Grant Wilson.
From Sci-Fi Channel's Ghost Hunters. We've got a new book out through Little Brown called Ghost Hunt. We're asked a lot of times if we ever get scared when we see a ghost. And to be honest, sometimes we'll get startled because it'll happen so quickly and we're not prepared for it. But more, we get excited when we see something like that because we finally encounter what we've been looking for so many years.
Basically, fear is just a lack of knowledge, and all we're doing every time we go into a case is try to gather more knowledge so that we can understand what's going on there.
I think one of my favorite investigations from the book are Pennies from a Ghost. That case still to this day has us questioning how something was able to manifest coins all within a certain time period.
Yeah, I really like the one that takes place on a houseboat. These cases come from real investigations Jay and I did, and that one was interesting. It was you're basically investigating a house, but that house is floating in the water, and you know, if something really frightens you, you can't just leave. You just have to dive into the dark waters, which you don't want to do that either. So we saw some interesting things and heard some interesting things, which can be seen on the website as well. So I really like that one.
My favorite piece of equipment that we use during an investigation falls under the thermal imaging camera. It picks up any temperature fluctuations. If somebody touches a wall for just a second or two and then takes their hand off, it's going to leave a heat signature on that wall for a couple minutes, and I'm able to track that. That's probably the most important piece of equipment that I have.
I love using the digital voice recorders. These can capture voices that you don't hear at the time. You'll sit in a room, ask questions while you're recording with the device, and then when you're done, you can listen to it and hear these voices that weren't there when you were recording. And I really like that because capturing a voice that has no explanation is interesting enough, but that voice can give you clues like a name, what the person wants, age of the person, time period, all these clues that you can use to research who that entity is. So I really like that stuff. Yeah, Jay and I spend a lot of money on gadgets and stuff, and we've accumulated a lot over the years. You don't need what we have. If you want one piece of solid equipment, I would get a video camera that can see in the dark, because you're going to capture the video, but you also capture the audio and maybe catch some of those voices. But I mean, there's a lot of investigating you can do with just your own eyes. With a compass, it can detect electromagnetic fields, things like that. And there's a guide in the book that gives you all the tips you need. Just check it out at ghosthuntbooks.com.